It feels like everything's going to him at 5. It's how Fridays can somehow turn out when you've got sort of the bottom 8 battling it out this loser's position. But here we go in Toronto. Seattle Surge, Minnesota Rocker right into 6-star and into the DJ Booth blender.
And while Lids, he's going to go right up the gun. He's able to find 2 in the 3rd with his teammate on standing. So a 4 dead, a Rocker right into it. And, you know, Gunless obviously very excited to be back on this main stage. We heard the Desk talk about it. He has been waiting for his chance to get back into the CDL. Let's see how he performs on land.
No, I'm excited. He's had some of my favorite moments as a commentator. When that guy has been in form past years, he's been one of the best players, if not the best players on the planet. Now, are those years probably gone? Sure. But can he still bring it on the main stage? Absolutely. But where he's sometimes found success, or Standy has sometimes found success, it seems like accuracy and Lens have been tailing off at times. Is that just due to the roster combination now?
Well, I think it's just due to sort of the pacing, right? You had Vivid on this team that allows, you know, Lens to pretty much do whatever he wants, and then Awakening maybe a little bit quicker, where maybe Gunless and accuracy are having some pacing issues as an AR. So they're going to have to figure that out, and you're hoping by now you start to. But a Seattle Surge, they're able to find out back. Brezzy, who really struggled yesterday, he's on 4 in a row. You get settled, you're able to find the 4 dead right before P2 pops.
And with the way Abusa was playing yesterday, the way, you know, who can afford the ability to turn it on, Brezzy was really the guy that you wanted to turn it up, but he's doing it right now. 6 straight at 6-1. Cruz has been earned, and now trying to rack up some points behind that as well. He's got both sides to check. Stun going to hit, trying to get ready for this next gunfight. But if he can bring the Thunder, if he can have some solid maps, this team can be such a threat. He keeps it going. Finally going to drop after the 7th sprint.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest changes for them is putting him on AR. Just making it a little bit more consistent for himself, allowing him to slay a bit. And now you're on this rotation. You have a Abusa and a Brezzy already in position to win another rotation over towards that P3.
You're really creating a tongue twister for yourself there.
Yeah, I was thinking of Beezy, I don't know. Brezzy,
Brezzy definitely almost just gave a Beezy for you. That was incredible. But new Hardpoint pop in, early Seattle control once again, 40-point advantage, and we're seeing what they can do with it. Hook maybe about to go on a tear, but just looking under the sliding Standy, who's able to pop a multi. Stun gonna hit, Chow gonna be in, but able to track through the stun is Brezzy, who now out to 8-3, making 9 as he's able to tack on another. Over 204. What have you liked though? Can I say, what do you like about this guy? But look at Gunless getting it going on the main stage with a triple there. And a big moment maybe to bring Rocker right back into this game.
Well, they didn't have the spawns, so yeah, you were just gonna flood this if you were Seattle. Still a chance to do so. But Gunless hanging on with that triple, now 4 in a row. And Minnesota Rocker, this is exactly what they want, because now you're holding from the front. You see on rotation, Linz is gonna have a one-on-one versus Brezzy. If he's able to find it, looks like he's just going to take his time. But they have Seattle Surge spawning all the way out. Now Rocker, they can chain these 2 hills together and take the lead.
A nice little one-on-one win there on the backside to pick up Brezzy, clear that out, and try to get in good positions. And Nate's going to hit as well. So nice sequence there from Standy. You lose Gunless, who was on the 4 straight, but he's right back at it with a pick onto Hoop. But now you try to chain this, as you said, and maybe get a looming lead change here and start to take control of it. Some jump shots in for Brezzy, who's trying to tickle Lens here, who's back behind the tree, just staying up for now. As Brezzy can't quite get the kill, still peeking over the top. But accuracy and Gunless have got him.
Yeah, and because Gunless found all those hills middle of the map, or the first hill middle of the map, they knew that the push was all going to be towards the front. So Gunless, he just goes through the flank, makes sure nobody spawns in the back for Surge. And now Gunless, a great life here. He's able to find that rival 9. Minnesota Rocker able to take the lead.
Yep, they go out in front now, and Gunless starting to be on a heater. 13-8. Him and accuracy really starting to light it up. If maybe we thought Brezzy was the one you wanted to see improve here on the other side, accuracy, they showed the stats coming into this. We were talking about this being like kind of rejuvenating his career, sort of this title with the no snaking GA and the ability he was having to really make the plays, be the leader. Still gonna need to get it done with the gunny sometimes. It was 5 in a row before Gunless drop, and accuracy now on 4 in a row of his own though.
Yeah, 10-8 starting to get things going, but you're gonna need a break here for Rocker as Surge. Able to find a couple of rotation fights. Accuracy working the pinch with that rival. Does get hit by a nade and his teammates get taken down, but can he find a streak here? Looking for someone swimming, just gonna dive on in. Tries to catch it, Tommy instead gets caught.
0-4 with the double there to shut it down. Excited to see him on the main stage, 8-13 now, but still many opportunities to have a bright moment as Rambo Ray and this squad try to improve things over the course of this week and get a bit deeper into this tournament as they're battling for these ever important CDL points. Another wave of kills here for Abuza and Seattle Surge. Abuza able to get a triple, finishing it off with the pistol inside. 10 seconds remaining on the hard point. Now we get ready to head back towards mid. Any big takeaways here through the first set?
Well, I think nobody's really been able to take advantage of a big break opportunity, right? It was that P2 hold by Seattle Surge that got them in the lead, and then Minnesota Rocker through the front at that P4. That's where they found majority of their points. You do have this streak on the side of Seattle Surge and Brezzy to break this P1, but you're going to hit the top, and well, that's not going to turn into a break. Now it's on to 0-4 with the rival, but he gets cut down by Gunless.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering when that might come into the fray, and it does right there, but not going to lead to anything. You still try to have this on lock, a contestant there for a moment. Abuza looking for another multi-kills. They have the 11-point advantage currently, but with 30 seconds left, shortly here, we're going to start to think about our upcoming hard points and the rotation. But Hook not quite able to win it. Standy up to the fight. The trade there quickly from 0-4. But what do you see on the minimap, John?
Yeah, accuracy hits a spawn. There was an opening right now, and now Seattle's going to have no idea. Abuza's just going to get shot in the back. There was an opening on the right side of the minimap. Nobody plays safe, and unfortunately, the game gave both teams that right side spawn. So Rocker, they're going to be able to set up for this P2.
And we see that on a lot of these maps. Like when it gets a little bit chaotic, yeah, you have kind of that, I don't even call it a parallel spawn. You're spawning on the same side just a little bit. It's just like a staggered spawn for both teams, sort of, and it gets these awkward scenarios where it's like, are you going to read it or not?
Yeah, yeah, it's just like they're both right on the same side. There's just a couple of feet from each other behind a wall, but Seattle Surge, they deal with it. They're able to find the 4 dead. They just fight through from the front.
Yeah, a lot of times, I mean, if you can find the success here, if you can fight through the front, oftentimes it's going to lead to another rotation, another setup in the hardpoint. Can you keep it going? That's 4 dead, and you still spawn on the backside if you're Hook, so you're still kind of trapped in. If you're Minnesota Rocker, who can win that one-on-one on the other side? So with 20 seconds left, he's exactly to a chance what I was saying. Win this from the front, win the next rotation, and now a chance for streaks as 0-4 is pouring it on. 7 straight, dropping bombs on the main stage here as the newcomer to Seattle Surge.
Yeah, he starts off with the rival, finds an MCW on the floor, able to use both those weapons, and as you said, you win this rotation to the tough spot. Hook was able to find the first rotator, now dealing with the reinforcements as Seattle Surge have a 40-point lead. Let's go to a listen with Seattle Surge.
They're spawning white, they're spawning white.
One away. Nice. Long dead. Wait.
I'm behind him,
One away.
Shit up.
Nice, shut up.
They're all gonna be fast.
I got naded.
I'm whipping you front, Wood midlife.
Sadie, watch out for me too.
They're here.
I got one.
I have my wood. That's
Yo,
all
in the back, I'm pretty sure. I
Yeah.
got myself.
Wood.
No, 2 1.
There, one more wood.
Dead.
Nice, good shit.
Wood again. That two front, one front. He's close right. Close right on time, okay?
Play for
That's a good time.
Close right, good.
Nice, one more. Do you wanna be pop. Nice,
Nice,
be wood.
shit. Yeah,
Go.
go.
Yeah. Good time.
You guys find it.
Yeah, he's watch out.
He's done. Dude, almost done.
Spawner. Let's take our time. Go out. I'm here, over. Just pay me.
Yeah, we deep.
EP on.
Oh, that's Lamar. We're missing Lind.
Stay alive. One's cat. He's ironed up cat.
Okay.
Go to house. Go through house.
There's two.
I'll go cat. I'll slow cat.
Watch that, Sadie.
I'm going double. One EP time. Nice. He need a pass.
Cat house.
Make sure you go cat.
Yo, he's ironed up cat. He's ironed up cat.
Back out.
It's not John. It's not John.
We're back, and Rocker are fighting as they're trying to take this into the late game. So many tags into accuracy, but he stays alive for what seems forever. A team kill comes through, but you're finally able to eliminate him. Now trying to snap in his Hook, a very difficult gunfight, and Rocker continue to battle, approaching that 200-point mark.
Now you do have Linz on rotation. He does get spotted 0-4. We heard in the listen they were trying to set up the cruise, but Rocker found every single kill, able to lock down the office, not allow Seattle Surge to get the position that they wanted. So you're within 30, but now you have to break, and then if you do break, you have to deal with this cruise.
I guess the good news is maybe you don't have to break. Maybe you can just contest like in the pool. Sometimes just get in the water and stay alive as long as you can.
Well,
or you just
out.
break on through and you get pushed through to the other side. So you're tucked away with your gunless. I thought you had a freebie, but Brezzy able to win it. Now the crew is going to be coming in, trying to evade the tower, able to go past, over the top, through, and hit one. Accuracy will fall. There's a team kill at the same time. You did eliminate two, so you still have a presence here in gunless.
I was just saying it was a 2 for 2 until the teammate came in. So A little bit lucky there for Seattle Surge. Now they only need 15 more seconds. Rocker have to go. Have to fly on through. Abuza with the AR locking it down. The slaying has been one-sided on this map. Standy's able to win one, trying to get into the pool. Diving, cannonball, and can he buy enough time for his teammates? Going to be so difficult. Seattle Surge not able to do it quite yet. And well, they don't get attention on rotation. Gunless is here.
Holy hell, I thought they had it done, but the cannonball, just enough. And now Rocker, an opportunity to do this. Gonna be so difficult to hold in mid, but you just need 1 second if you are Surge. Maybe one more gunfight to slide on in, and that will do it. Nearly a miracle there from Rocker. An organization that is not a stranger to miracles in the history of the CDL. Some of the greatest comebacks we've ever seen, but they're not going to happen. And that cannonball, I mean, I thought was kind of an example of what I was saying. Like, sometimes on that particular map, it's just, or that particular hard point, like, you can just sort of get in and get lost in the water a little bit, or just survive, you know, longer than you should, because those gunfights are a nightmare. Not able to do it long enough, though. Well, I guess just long enough, but the fact that you get to 249 is basically done.
Yeah, I mean, there was a chance, right? When that cruise gets called in, they had 2 kills first. I think there maybe was 1 on the side of Seattle Surge, but there's that teammate, Gunless on the Standy. If that doesn't happen, you have a 2-on-2. Maybe they don't find some more time towards the end of that. You get to a more clean setup for P1. Instead, it is just chaos all around the map. But the slaying, the big story here, Linz really struggles, only 2,900 damage. Something we've talked about since this team change. He has not gotten back to form.
No, he absolutely is not. And on the other side of Booza kind of keeps it going from what we saw from him yesterday. He's been the one just putting up digits on the team. He's able to do it again here. But yeah, that team kill nearly caught me. You know, sometimes as a commentator, when I'm, you know, in those crazy moments and you're just yelling and hyping it up, like you look at the kill feed quick, you don't notice the team kill. At first I didn't. I was like, wait, why do they not have an extra guy here? Then you realize one was a team kill, and that throws off everything. And in those insane moments, I mean, yeah, it's usually a Simtex or stray bullet, someone just so weak that you end up getting the team kill.
Yeah, but I think the big moment is really the second P2, because you had sort of the weird spawn that set up Rocker for it.
100%.
But then Seattle Surge, this is when 04 gets going, because yeah, you see number 3 on the minimap right here. Abuza's already at next. That gives them that big lead, chaining P2 and P3. Now Rocker do fight on back here at this P4, and we were in the listen. They were trying to use the cruise, but they took their time, rotated on over. Once Rocker broke this, you were able to use it.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, we talked about it in a big way when it happened, but you know, you kind of get that goofy, wonky, side-by-side spawn, whatever you want to call it, and it looks good for Rocker. You think they get blessed, and then suddenly you have them in the trap blender where they've got to rotate the entire way around. And I don't know the exact amount of time you got from those 2 hard points, but it was close to like 2 full holds. I mean, that was absolutely your run. And for somebody like 04 to have a big moment like the 7 spree, you know, your first time kind of on the stage like this, playing against a former teammate in Gunless, that's got to get the blood flowing a bit.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, obviously Gunless and 04, they won the last Challenger tournament together. They both able to get into the CDL, but you see how close it is. But yeah, you see the second P1, it's an 11-point game. After that, you get 13 points across those hard points, does Minnesota Rocker. That is when Seattle Surge build that lead.
They build it, and then they do not look back. Able to maintain that. I thought maybe some late game heroics as you just got to a final hard point there back into mid, but not going to be enough juice in the tank to close it out, or bring it back, I should say, if you are Rocker. So Seattle go up 1-0. We now look to back-to-back high-rise and to back-to-back Karachi if needed. As we get over to the search and destroy, I mean, there's not going to be a ton of positive stats for these teams, just based on the fact that you had a rough stage if you're Rocker. If you're Seattle Surge, what, you start out like 3-1, but then you're on a like 4-game skid. But what are you looking at here as we get a little deeper into it?
I mean, I guess this is sort of the better game mode for both of these teams. 04, ever since he slotted in for Seattle Surge, he has been fantastic in search and destroy.
The 1v3 machine when he came in,
yeah. I mean, Respawn has really struggled for Rocker, so you've gone deeper into some series due to your search and destroy. I mean, you're 4-5. It's nothing great, but I mean, they've competed. But here on High Rise, it's like 1-2 for Seattle Surge, 1-1 for Minnesota Rocker. So, I mean, it's a map they have reps on.
Which team on paper, like when you were doing your bracket, did you have as maybe a bigger threat to, I don't know,
I think Seattle. I think Seattle Surge, if you kind of saw throughout the qualifiers, you know, them and Thieves really improved the most, started to show some signs of life with the roster changes. Just how much better can they get?
Yeah, I mean, able to win 3 series. Obviously, you know, maybe a honeymoon phase a little bit early on. Some magic there for 04 as he got into it. But as you look at high-rise S&D, I mean, take it for what it is in the sense this is the overall season, and we're talking about teams that made some very drastic changes as of late with the squadron. But we get ready now to roll into the map 2. High-rise search and destroy. And it's 04 with an opener. He has been their S&D specialist in moments, and well, he saw what he can do in respawn as well in that last map.
Yeah, well, that's really just been, for accuracy, it's been a tough stage for him in a game mode where he has to be crucial. Yeah. He has been before in his career time and time again, but sitting at a 0.6, I'm sure he is not happy with it. Trying to hope he doesn't have nade spots on his forehead like that.
In 04, it's nipples on the railing. He's been doing the balancing act there and now trying to pounce. He's got Standy sniffed out, able to chow the corner and win. Kind of an awkward gunfight there. And now, spot in the corner is a Booza. Suddenly, it's going to be Linz by himself at range, able to hit those shots and take one down with the rival. So 1v3 now into a 1 versus 2. And Linz, are you kidding me? Absolute lasers onto the bomb site, but still another player to deal with. If that was a 1v2 and that was the final kill to win the round, that would have been god tier. Like, that is not an easy gunfight.
Not whatsoever. Just beautiful shots with the rival, and that thing can be an absolute laser, but even with a couple of those bullets through that bomb, able to connect onto Brezzy.
Yeah, it's a little easier, like, because you have the elevation. A little easier. Still very difficult fight, but he made it look kind of easy. That was clean.
Yeah, he's just hoping to get something going just after that rough map 1, hoping he can clutch that out. Gain some momentum for his squad, but 0-4-3 in the round shuts it down for the Seattle Surge team.
Yeah, because I mean, he was, you know, kind of the front runner for talking about Rookie of the Year, and then, you know, he's sort of fallen off a bit. It's become much more like talking about Geo, Gwen, some different names. I'm sure everyone's prideful. He wants to get back in the conversation, back to frying. Just haven't had as many individual moments. It'll be 3 from that round 1 for 04. We'll see if he can tally more on as he's starting to sneak through. We'll see what kind of timing he's going to find. That's going to get picked up. It's likely going to be gunless, maybe accuracy that deals with it, but for now, it's looking clean.
I mean, they have no info on this, so nobody's watching underground. Maybe number 7 is, and Standy just gets bad timing. This was so quick, though. 04's going to find 1. Is he going to expect gunless there? No, so at least you have a trade. But now it's Hook's turn. The glass is broken. He's going to get behind enemy lines. The first shots don't hit, and when those first shots don't hit, the rival can be tough.
And he's just like, get me out of here, smoking myself out. I thought Linz was maybe going to snap back and deal with it, but he's in kind of a one-on-one of his zone, dropping down and dropping. Things fall apart as they look kind of good early on.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that round, 04, I obviously don't expect gunless there. But Standy is able to get 3. He's sort of playing middle, just watching that middle alley, going back and forth, checking underground because you had Linz inside the bomb site. So underground was open, and how quick 04 got to that spot. The timing was on point, just don't expect to.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you see people kind of snap instantly to the other side because, I mean, that's the setup you'll see. Like, 2 people playing deep kind of from the other side to get eyes, but he tries to make the play towards mid. Breed not there. He will drop, but still a solid start for him in this one. Standy has gone nuclear on this map in particular for them in Search and Destroy. He's had some insane maps, and sometimes in a loss, he's put up monster numbers. But the stats have been there in Search for him. See if he has some more moments here. Linz just trying to get away. Some help come in. That Standy is able to win it from bottom middle. And a bomb as well.
Yeah, he's just able to spot Hook, and Linz just knows how to put a smoke down. Help my teammate win that gunfight. But some nice nades out of Seattle Surge to stop this. And 04's just like, hello, I'm going to find 1. Such a good Search player, showing it off here. There's the 2nd. Not going to be ready for the 3rd, but he has done enough.
This poor guy, like he's making plays. There's always like 1 extra body he's not prepared for. But yes, I think you're right. Probably done enough unless Linz can clutch. Had an opportunity in the 1v3 in round 1. Can he pull off the 1v2 here? He's 4-1 in this, has been hitting crisp beamers with this rival. 30 seconds to go, and yeah, bomb is kind of a Narnia across where Standy lost it. These are going to be shots that are very difficult with the rival. Both are there. Hoping maybe he's got a one-on-one. He had some nice hit markers to start, but it's a double chow with MCW's at range.
Yeah, just sort of your fundamentals from the side of Seattle Surge, just roaming the map together, making sure no gunfight is easy for Linz in long range with that rival. It's going to be tougher than with that MCW. It's a nice little bait and switch there.
Yeah, honestly, that's a one-on-one. He might win it.
He might win it.
The way he's shooting range, honestly, the opening tags he got, he might have a shot, but unfortunately for him, it's another player when he pops up again. We get ready now to hop into round 4. Edge to Seattle. Still the 0-4 show. Accuracy, search and destroy woes so far, continuing at 0-3, but always got a chance to maybe have a clutch moment. Some great tags for second from Brezzy. Probably gets 5 or 6 hit markers, but not quite getting the kill. Hook trying to take the route. The question is, will eyes be there? It's going to be on accuracy, likely to jump up and spot this. And 0-4 is just trying to give coverage to Hook. Instead, he drops it. Now you're in a very tough spot if you're Hook.
Yeah, I mean, you see accuracy just jump spotting here. That smoke is going to go very far down there. I don't know how far, but stories and stories and stories. Down outside of the map. Brezzy is left in a 1v3.
He smokes off 4th and Broadway or whatever's down there. Like, there's a car accident. There's a random smoke in the street, but yeah, can't get out of it. That's just 0-4. I mean, he's basically there to just help Hook get to the spot, right? Get some info, help him get across. Once he drops, like, yeah, you're kind of in panic mode if you're Hook. You're on an island.
Yeah, and the thing is that 0-4, he's just trying to buy time. He's trying to distract, force accuracy to put some shots on him so Hook can make the play. Instead, he gets caught.
Distracted like a little too much to the point he died. Yeah. Hook's still looking for his first in this. I'll see if he can get it going. Gunless, his turn to try and hit some shots at range. Similar to Brezzy, tags in but not able to get the kill. Abuza able to get outside. Accuracy struggles continue. He's still alive, but a team kill will come in. Standy's going to drop. Lynn's trying to bring it back. Is going to come up short. Now Accuracy's going to have to do it all. From nothing to maybe a lot of something. He's able to get 2. Now working on a 1v2 and maybe the ace. He gets spotted as he pushes through. Did they get eyes on him as he hopped up? Oh, yeah. That's looking to be the case. Not going to be another one-on-one. They're able to 2-on-1 Chow, and he will fall, but maybe get the juices flowing a little bit if you're Lamar.
Yeah, and I think just some miscommunication there because they know that this is a B Street hit, right? Just time and time again from Seattle Surge. They're getting aggressive. They're putting shots in. And so he throws a nade to try to blow up the propane, get those players weak so that they can chow. And well, unfortunately, Standy just weak, blows up, and that's a team kill. Yeah,
and that's like the last person you probably want to take out because he's often going to be your point man, finding entry kills, battling for you, bottom, middle, looking for openers, and as soon as he falls out of it, things sort of unravel as he's still leading the way with Lynn's. They both got double digits, but Lynn's obviously some kills in like some very tough clutch scenarios that haven't led to anything yet. But you still maintain the advantage if you're Seattle, or on Hook's POV, who's still looking for that opening kill as the entire map's exploding and shaking around him. At least one spot for information there.
Yeah, it can be tough for a player like Hook, right? Running this rival, what timings are going your way. I'd love to, I think, just see him switch it up. We've seen players like a BZ, Shotzi start to run a little bit more MCW just to mix it in, help out some of those gunfights. But he's going to have the gun that he wants inside of B with that rival.
But you get the info as the nade is going to hit. You know, he's there. Standy's gotten 2 in this round already. It's all on 0-4. He will get dropped and traded out. And Standy, instead of getting picked by his teammate in the opening of this round, able to get one with the MCW and win a key objective fight there on the bomb side.
Yeah, so I was saying that's the gun that he wants, but the smoke just almost like one-ways him. Feels like maybe the name pop up if you are Standy and able to hit the Renetti headshots onto him.
Well, he got fried by a grenade as the smoke went off too. Like right as that bloomed, I think I hit like 50 HP, which doesn't help because instead of being able to maybe create some chaos with that smoke, instead you're tucked away in a corner hiding.
Dude, the problem is, too, he has 91 damage through 6 rounds.
Okay,
91. He's just getting nothing.
Horrid. No, that's horrid. Because we'll joke, you know, sometimes you're having a low kill game, but you put in a lot of damage.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Finishing kills. Like,
yeah, maybe at times just switch up to that MCW.
Yeah, like he's not even having a gunfight. He's just getting caught. Kind of like we just saw. We'll see if he can turn it around because you're still, despite that 3-3, now on the board is Hook. Up to 167 damage. Some teammates put in some with him.
Gunless trying to get aggressive. Gunless was watching it though, and now he's going to run away. On the opposite side of the map, Rocker, they're going to get aggressive in a 2-on-1. They're able to find Brezzy, but Bomb's still down opposite side of the map. But I like this. You have so much info on one player underground. What opening can we find?
0-4, take another one to a 2 versus 2 we go. 40 seconds remaining. Accuracy able to go back and get the bomb now. So we'll see how this 2v2 plays out as Gunless and Accuracy. A new MCW duo for this squad. Work up towards B and start to get this plant in. Pressure now going to fall to Abuza and 0-4 to retake this in the 2 versus 2. You already get info. Abuza has been able to see both, and Accuracy can't get away as 0-4 is able to get the angle. So now it's all to Gunless. He's in a tough spot. I think he was thinking maybe utility, but he didn't have anything there as he looked up for a moment. Abuza with the info in the chow, and it's an easy 2-on-2 retake there for Surge.
Yeah, I mean, you just get all the info, right? You get the early shots and accuracy. He tries to reposition. So then Seattle Surge able to hone in on him, and then just putting shots into Gunless makes it, well, just so he can't have a clean gunfight. He's trying to reposition. That buys enough time for the two Seattle Surge members to just lock him in.
Yeah, he had to just obliterate somebody from that spot. Once you get spotted, you're just going to be getting ticky-tack damage every time you're trying to peek. He would have had to hit straight headies and World Star somebody probably if he was going to pull that one out. It's like a great spot to be until people have angles on both sides and they're just holding in that situation. Good luck. Surge back out in front as Hook got his first on the board. Going to be working a little two-man game with the 4, but Standy another first blood. He's had a lot of openers, and the struggles continue as Standy lines them up and fries them a triple on the plate for Standy as he's now working on the ace. Abuza, last man up. See if Standy can continue to feast, but Abuza, he's hiding. He's across the map, and it's Lamar getting in tags.
Standy's trying to find the ace, trying to find it, but I mean, you saw the POV from Hook. Like, what? He's taking that gunfight with a rifle. That's insanity.
No, you're not wrong. But this reminds me, though, of like we casted Standy on this map. I think he had like 15 for the L or something. Like he's had these games where he individually is being a monster, but they're struggling to put it forward as a collective effort. Granted, you should be tied up 4-4 and a chance to win it here as you're hunting now. The final kill comes in. That should be the ace for Standy. Is up to 13 now in the map. And he's got a real feel for it. It makes it easier, too, when people are just running at you the early going, and you're catching everybody sprinting.
Yeah, I mean, you had Hook, and then 04 was following up, maybe just trying to get a quick trade, but you hit the little crouch spot. I mean, this is just such a difficult gunfight. We're on the other side. There's the first blood, able to catch Brezzy, trying to cross on back, then the reposition.
Oh, it's Sam and Frodo!
Yeah, just going to keep on pre-firing right there. You know he wants the ace, given the calm, the stuns, the nades were in, able to hit the pistol shots.
Beautiful. 13-3, 4 in a row. Also tied up 4-4. He's trying to put in more damage. A couple headshot tags in, so that'll back Abuza down for now as he gets ripped. But as good as he has been, it is a team game. Lens is, right there with him. He a 3 for accuracy, 1 for gunless. The main MCWs for the squad. Not finding success yet, but can Standy be a one-man mission and continue to take over? As he's the guy just watching.
I was going to say, can Abuza see him? Like, what is that angle? But yeah, the name's going to pop up. He's going to put some shots in. But Hooch is there to help out Abuza down low. So you have a two-man setup, but I love this. They're not going to play aggressive inside the site. Let's just take the bomb.
Oh, he's back down like 3 different people, just hitting some nice shots at range. Inching your way up the map. Hook once again. Some damage. Standy another first blood in this. A first blood monster right now. On 5 in a row, he's got 4 first bloods to go. Trying to give himself another gunfight. Everybody lines him in front. He's at least able to take down one. His teammate is there on the cross, I believe. 15 now for Standy.
15, and he finds the first blood. He plants the bomb. The man is truly doing it all here. And I think if you're Seattle Surge, the way that they have just been losing that streak time and time again, even early, right? There's 2 or 3 players for Rocker. I feel like you just have to take the other side of the map, take helipad control, put pressure on the flank instead. They just give up that B-bomb and Standy takes it away.
Yeah, it's like, gentlemen, let's pretend you're all like on a recon mission. Tell me where people are. My name is Standy. I'm going to fry them. He is brimming with confidence right now, and you have the Cruise in the back pocket if needed. Try not to get any friendly fire in, and it's a bit of chaos. Hook, I'm not sure how he's alive. That felt like 72 hit markers you get for Standy. But at the end of the day, you lose 2 players. A team kill comes through, and Standy's got more work to do. Maybe looking for a record. More damage in. The map's exploding. 31 HP. He's going to finally drop accuracy now to make the play. It's not going to happen, and we're getting ready to head to around 11, and now I'm having fear it's going to be this again, where you have this monster map from Standy and you lose, but you got the Cruise.
There's just, I mean, this is, yeah.
What's the beginning of that round, Joe?
Well, I don't know. We're just dueling beastry. I feel like we haven't seen this since like stage 1.
We're gunslingers.
Yeah, just a little. I mean, Hook was
count to 5 and draw.
Hook is literally shooting again here with a rival, just like taking those fights. The man does not care at all. But all right, we have a defense. They have to plant the bomb. Let's play around the Cruise, right? It's got to be the play.
Yeah. Or just let Stan do whatever he wants, because that seems to be working as well.
Just can't die.
Standy will definitely be the one that needs to make the play more than likely here. As you see from his POV, all of the utility being exhausted. He's led the way with first bloods in the round. He's got the cruise, which we'll highlight once that ends up coming into play.
He's about to use it right now.
Just waiting for a timing where he can catch a Surge player, get info, but hopefully at least a kill.
Maybe you're just waiting for a spot into the B bomb site, and that's going to be it. So someone's watching the ladder in, and now you're going to call this in.
Everybody's running. Look at the blue arrows. Scrambling.
They're all going to be underground. I think they're going to be safe. They are. They have 40 seconds to work with. Now, I like this reposition from Linz. You get aggressive. You retake the B bomb site. Accuracy with the first blood. Pressure now over to Gunless.
Standy, another. Linz follows it up. One player left. It's all going to be on a boost now to try and get it done. Not able to do it. The Cruise maybe doesn't get a kill, but it gets the info, gets you to position, milks some time off the clock, and Standy has a map to tie us up at 1-1.
I mean, he gets 2 more there, sets the record as well at 17. So he gets all the info, and I love what Rocker did behind it. They didn't allow Seattle Surge to get back to their spots. They set up Linz. They knew where the pressure was going to come from, and then Standy able to find 2 more to close out that game.
The record and the win. It's the win that matters.
It's the win.
I swear, like the one we it was like a loss, and he had 15.
Yeah,
or something.
no,
14 or 15. Yeah, it was a large number. It reminded me of it so much. We have 17 kills, 17 non-traded, nearly 3,000 damage in a search and destroy. Booza right there shooting with him, but Standy simply too much firepower. As you get the win, you even up the series. And listen, accuracy, maybe he didn't have the best map, but he had the opening kill in that final round, the round 11, able to ice up.
Yeah, I mean, just nice patience from Rocker there. They did it to that round 11. I honestly can't believe that gets to a round 11, but sometimes that's just how it plays out versus 2 teams like this.
Yeah, listen, we've had some of our most fun casting, what you call like the bottom 8. Like, it's just been sort of this free-for-all when you talk about CDL points, and sometimes, you know, it's teams that are in flux as they're working on stuff, and sometimes search and destroy can be a little bit sloppy, a little bit crazy, but it leads to just fun. Like clutches, someone setting records, 1v1s, it's a blast. And
it's just the way it works.
Yeah, no, it could be a great time. But we hope you guys are having fun in Toronto as we continue on this weekend. Who the hell's going to win this? I got no idea, but it seems like we're going to be here till tomorrow. Like, we might be here past midnight. I don't know what the rules and regulations are, but it's going to be a late one. Because it seems like we've got Game 5 of the cards all through our 5 series today. Seattle Surge, though, looking to get the dub. We'll see if they can get something going. His precious CDL points trying to be earned, or maybe a magical run, a Cinderella run into Sunday. We head to a break. We come back with High Rise Control.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Scuff Gaming is doing an ultimate giveaway where you and a friend can win a chance to go to COD Champs this year. The giveaway includes 2 VIP tickets, travel expenses, and more. To enter, scan the QR code on the page or go to scuff.co/CDL and enter your email. Terms and conditions apply.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
The Cataclysm Pack is available now. This bundle includes the Cataclysm Operator Skin, Dystopia Weapon Blueprint, Iron Lung Charm, Vroom Animated Calling Card, Alpha Vinyl Guiding Light Emblem, and Scratch Tally Weapon Sticker. Use these items in both Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty Warzone. Available in store now using Call of Duty points.
Now boarding.
Operators, welcome aboard your direct flight to sunny Yurzikistan. Please adjust your seat to the upright position and ensure your loadouts are securely stowed in the overhead compartments.
Dude, get off.
If needed, gas masks will drop from the compartment overhead, ensuring your safety throughout the war zone. If you are teaming with someone who needs help, assist them only after placing on your mask first. Ensuring headset devices are fully operational for crispy comms. Because nobody likes a silent teammate. In the unlikely event that you land in the gulag, please refer to the safety card in the seat pocket in front of you. This is a battle royale specifically for trios. Call of Duty Warzone Matchpoint will be introduced for the first time, and Solo YOLO will make an appearance. Expansion regions are back, and that means once we land, everyone will be competing for a piece of the massive $1 million prize pool. Thank you for flying Urzikstan Airlines. We know you don't have a choice when flying, but we appreciate you choosing to hot drop with us today. Good luck and may the best squad win.
What's up, everybody? Look who I found out here on the floor. We've got Ed, a.k.a. Noobs, the man who finished third at last year's World Series of Warzone. And today, you're watching some CDL. So what's brought you to Toronto?
Just here to support, just watch some cool COD.
Now, you've got friends playing, of course, on the main stage, but also in Challengers. The Passion Pit is always crazy. Any special shout-outs you want to give this weekend?
Yeah, shout out to the people playing in Challengers OMIT, under OMIT, NA, and EU. So,
gotta look out for the double OMIT squad. They've been doing work, especially in the recent qualifiers coming in. But who's your favorite pro team? If you had to cheer for one team to raise the trophy here in Toronto 2024, who do you want to take it off?
it's got to be Atlanta FaZe. Got to support my homie Tyler.
I love that. Before you go, it would be a disservice to the Warzone community if I didn't ask you about the upcoming World Series of Warzone. No real details out yet, but a lot of teams starting to be formalized. I know you had someone sketch on you, so what's the news?
Well, yeah, Soak ended up leaving, but now we picked up the shooter Skullface, so excited to get going and play with him.
You heard it here. Noobs is playing with Skullface. Catch him on Warzone, one of the best streamers of all time. Love this guy. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Appreciate you guys.
Hello and back to it. We're tied up 1-1. We've had all game fives. The first two series both go, what, 2.5 hours. We are in for a long one. These teams are battling for crucial CDL points. People are putting on all-star performances, setting records like Standy just did. Abuza has been firing with an AR in his hand, and now we get to a map 3 where control has been
awful for both.
Yep, that's what I was going to go with, Joe. It's not been good. Tell me about it.
I mean, 1-6 for Minnesota Rocker. This is where they've really struggled. Their only success has been on Invasion. Now, this is where the vetoes got interesting because the only success they've had has been on Invasion. Normally, what Seattle does is they just auto veto high rise, so they haven't played this at all throughout the qualifier.
Perfect.
So I have no idea what's going to happen.
It's the Rambo Ray special, pulling something out of the bag. We'll see as we get to it. Tied up 1-1. Overall record 0-2 on the season. But
that's what I mean. Both these teams hardly play this.
Yeah, but I was talking about since the team change, like in the Major 3 qualifier, like no reps aren't coming in. But Abuza yesterday in the control, I mean, as Scrap was put on a clinic on one side, Abuza was right there with him when you're talking about damage, just shooting bombs. What was it, like 7,300 damage or something he was able to put up?
Yeah, great stuff from Abuza. He's been so consistent in those respawns. Can he keep it up here? As Standy coming off that record performance in game number 2. Able to just push up and find one. Well, there's trades just kind of all over the map, but Seattle gonna have to deal with Standy. With that rival, just runs out of bullets. Needed one more.
Yeah, a little bit more in the magazine there and maybe able to make a play. Might walk away with 3, but instead nothing. Accuracy, trying to get moving and grooving. And then that 3, he'll get right onto B, but kind of by himself. There's some pressure on the other side of it. Abuza kind of staggering the reinforcements, make it difficult for them to get there to help out accuracy. On the other side, your 2 players push out, retake B, and now you're able to apply a little pressure here against the Rocker back line. Yeah,
I mean, you had one player on A for a bit, so the clock was paused. You put some pressure on B, so still some time to work with. Hook, he's on 3 in a row now with that MCW, but as you said, Abuza, he has been cooking a 5-1 start here on this high rise. They have this 4 life advantage already, and I mean, they've been fighting over this B street for 2 maps in a row.
Yeah, no, Abuza, like, when he was coming into the league, we were talking to various players that said he can get it done with a sub, get it done with an AR. The guy is twisted. I think we, like, talked to Elite on the podcast, and this is the thing, like, ages ago. He's like, the guy's disgusting. But yeah, with the AR in his hand, he's been shooting, absolutely shooting. Damage dealer, finding the kills. Now 20 seconds left as they're trying to hold this first round and hold it to perfection. There's been no opening for Minnesota Rocker. Maybe Standy can be that opener. He's able to find one and try to send them on forward. Lynn's following it up as 2 are dead. Maybe a chance to at least get on to the point, but Abuza, of course, wants nothing to do with it as he's able to drop 2. And time will run out. No progress, no ticks, nada, nothing, zippo.
0.
Yeah.
Nothing there for Minnesota Rocker. And honestly, what a lot of the times when we see pressure on the B point, it's really through underground, right? With a player with a sub, whether you watch a phase in New York, it's just sort of getting on that point, pausing the clock, getting off of it, finessing, just forcing the defense to have to push the point, get them out of position around the objective. There was just nothing for Minnesota Rocker over towards B.
Yeah, they were like pinned like throughout most of it. Like they were like able to get out of their base a little bit.
They just couldn't move much.
Yes, they couldn't move much. We were talking about actually getting a presence on the objective from like the halfway point on. Like it was just struggle city. Trying to put him in a similar trap now will be the Rocker side, and so far so good. You go 3 for 1 in the opener. The one slate god still left, Hook. Tried to hit some shots, and well, it looks real clean right there as Standy shot right between the eyes.
Yeah, now you're going to get on to beat. Hook, though, trying to read the pinch, and that is a good call. Trying to hit the wall bang, put pressure on the Gunless, able to find those shots. So a couple of 3 sprees here for Hook, now trying to get aggressive on this point. But his teammates get taken down, and now everyone back to spawn.
Back to square one we go. First person out is a 4, but he gets caught, so it continues to stagger as the MCW's hit. And I mean, it's looking pretty similar on both sides of this. And when you have struggling control teams, usually more of an advantage on the defensive side of things. Usually it takes some absolute gunning or creativity to get going on offense, but you do what I think a team kill comes through, you're able to pick up one as well. So now an opening suddenly for Surge.
Yeah, I mean, talk about creativity. And Propane blows up lanes. He blows up himself and his teammates. So
perfect.
The B Street is open now. 0-4, able to find a double. Now you have 2 players on B. Abuza looking over. Lynn's trying to put shots in through the middle of the map. Go Rocker to try to retake this. But you get the pressure on the Rocker now, because that's going to be 3 dead.
Dear God, it's it's the absolute gunny creativity or a Michael Bay prop that's able to do it as things start blowing up, and then Seattle Surge start blowing up the Rocker squad. First point going to be done, so 3 ticks through for them and an extra minute on. Now 90 seconds to work with and a 2-life advantage. Start to progress things here on A. Trophy in for coverage. First tick is done. Second tick is looming as a trophy is gone and 8 is able to hit. Standy able to pick up 1, so that'll slow it down a little bit, but can you still get a second tick here with 0-4? Just trying to finesse at 14 HP and able to get it. So second tick is through. Even if you can't win this, you're feeling good about the ability to get that second tick, but can you get the round W? You still have a ton of time, because ever since they got the point to 90 seconds, they were on A the entire time, nothing moved.
Yeah, I mean, you have a 1-life advantage, does Rocker, so they're still in a pretty good position. Gunless putting up some big numbers here. Number 7 and Standy lurking all the way through the base. So Seattle, they have to find some kills or they're going to be pinned just like this. There's all the info. Now pressure over to Standy, maybe to help his teammates out, but Hoot just going to rotate in, and great plays by Hoot to get his team out.
Yeah,
so he's up to 11.
They all spawn A side, and he just hits it on the other end, able to deal with the guy influencing spawns and Standy and drop in. Now, what are you seeing, Joe, is he's also going to send it right underneath.
Yeah, I was saying, what is his timing like for Hook? It's not going to be great accuracy. Knew something was up. I thought maybe it was going to work out for him, because 0-4. He's able to find one alongside Abuza. So we're into a 4 versus 5. This is pretty much an S&D round, but Seattle Surge on the point.
S&D round, maybe where Standy takes over, even though he's 6-12 currently. Now 3 players left for Seattle Surge. Over the top goes 1. Team shot through. 2 players remain.
Down to this.
Just able to pick it up, trying to slide across. It's all to 4. He's back in. He's stunned up, trying to stay up. Nades hitting, just getting there. Contest is through. Can he win the fight? Able to get the damage, but not quite win it. Around we go, and finally able to do it. Is Seattle Surge get it done from a 2v5 to a 1v1 to a game arena around the Rosie in Seattle. Oh, they get the round win.
And that's just great patience from 0-4, just that nade hits. So Gunless was running, then he repositions. He's able, he knows, as soon as that contest is in where Gunless is coming from, able to get behind that box, hits a nice angle, puts the damage in, and 2 teammates who just won a Challengers event in Miami go 1 versus 1 for the round victory. Gunless down to 43 HP, he gets picked apart.
And it's like 0-4 deserved that. He did all the work today earlier, right? Like remember getting 14 HP, he's trying to stay up. He got that second tick, just staying alive, and he's able to finish the story and get the 2-0 advantage. Nice little snap on a lens, but the rival at close range going to absolutely mollywop him. Rocker now going to have to be perfect and rip off 3 straight. You're feeling good maybe after the search and destroy, but Listen, both teams did not have a lot of control swagger coming into this.
And I mean, really, what's that round? That round is just, yeah, the team kill with the propane just opens up the map for Seattle Surge. That is how the dominoes fall. So now pressure over to Rocker to have to win an offense as they are trapped in their base. It's slaying on point here for the Surge team.
Felt like the opening of that Surge round, things fell apart.
Yeah.
Like a team kill and stuff happened. Like things just unravel with a flurry for Rocker. 5 in a row now for 0-4. He had 7 straight in a cruise. He was able to earn the map 1. Now trying to earn another. The young man getting it done on the main stage. Immediate impact into the league. Able to win it and get the streak. Trying to get away with his life as well. And just tuck away into a corner with the Renetti as he continues to dance, fry, finesse, and get damage in. But you can't fry when you're reloading. So he's going to back away and look for reach out. But the info's into his teammates.
I mean,
he gets them all.
This is just an unreal life so far from 0-4. You have to be impressed. His ability to stay alive, allow the game to come to him, and now starting to pop off. Doesn't find 4, but takes down 3.
A Brezzy triple into an 0-4 triple. Rocker being served up like burgers as the streak now coming in over the top with 7 seconds remaining in the round. Making sure nobody getting 4s. It's hitting inside the base, and it takes down 2. 26 and 14 for 0-4. And a dominant effort there from Seattle Surge. Maybe he had blessed a little bit in the offense, but the defenses, they had them on lock. You did nothing. Rocker didn't get a point. They weren't sniffing it.
Not a tick. Yeah, no, they just could not win anything. I think the best thing for Minnesota Rocker was in that round 3.
We're going about 4?
Yeah, no, I guess go to a Karachi hardpoint. But honestly, like their break off there in the round 3, they pulled out like a 2 rival to get a couple of players on the B point, but that was it. That was all the progress that they had. And again, just the showing there from 0-4, allowing the game to come to him. This is kind of what we have seen from him so far, especially in these game modes.
Well, we talk sometimes about, like, I think we used to bring it up more back in the day, like before COVID and, you know, all the online and everything was sort of about, like, that transition. You went through it at some point when you go from playing online, when you go from playing at locals, and, you know, you go from challengers then the main stage. Like, the main stage can be a different beast, but I feel like over the last, like, 5 years, like, most of, like, your superstar young people online have, like, kind of showed up and done their thing online. Not every player, but there's been a lot of people performing.
Or, you know, you have a rough map where you're just maybe sprinting too much, you're getting caught, not allowing those easy kills, but that's the play. The Lynch, yeah, just the propane blows up. That opens up this round 2. You get 3 players onto the B point, as you said. What was it, a 2 versus 5? They get it down to. The trades are on point. 0-4 just around the corner. The nade does hit him down to 53. His nade to buy him some room, the reposition to heal on up, and then look at this jump spot on the gunless. Such a tough gunfight. He's hoping he's still weak from the nade, but the regen was in, and 0-4 wins the round.
Was it a 2v5? Because I kind of just made it up. I thought that's the last thing I saw that was like the worst.
I believed you, so I hope so.
Yeah. I was like, honestly, got kind of crazy because the 1 versus 1. I'm like, I think the craziest it was a 2v5. I hope I said that right, but sometimes I'm guessing. But it's an absolute banger of a map there from 0-4, what, up to like 9 straight or whatever it was, comes in with a streak at the end, just kind of be a final nail in the coffin, final slap to the face, is they body them in one of the more lopsided controls you're going to watch. You couldn't take an inch offensively if you were Minnesota Rocker, at times hurting themselves, and now you just have to brush that off and try to rebound. You played them tough in the first respawn. We knew the control was good. Well, okay, we didn't know anything about that control, actually. They were both so poor in the mode, we weren't sure what to expect. But Seattle, who we hadn't seen in this qualifier, come out and they throw up that one. Now to the map 4. What are you thinking about Karachi? So we've got a game 4, potentially a game 5. Just talk me through maybe the hard point first.
I mean, I think for Minnesota Rocker, right, you have to look at someone like Linz. When you're going to a Karachi, you need a pop-off moment. Him and Standy with these rivals need to slay. I think you're getting good, solid performances out of Gunless with the AR to keep up with this, but for me, it's keeping containment out of 0-4 and Hook on this Karachi, winning these rotations and getting some good holds here for Rocker.
But listen, it's a team effort, and like, you know, who makes the sub game easier? Usually when your ARs are winning fights and setting you up and allowing you to get to your spots. And Abuz is making it kind of difficult right now because he's definitely had the edge. Just looking at the map 1 and thinking about what he's been able to do in this series against maybe the likes of your Gunless and Lamar. But it goes both ways. Your subs can also make the game a whole hell of a lot easier on your ARs, depending on their position.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a great map one out of Abuza, finishes 34 and 21. Also 2 minutes on the hill. The man was doing it all. You expect him probably, you know, controlling top 3 here, maybe in the hill, unlike your P2s, finding those angles. But yeah, I just think if Rocker wanted to get back into this, you look to the rookie, you look to Linz.
And we know how Karachi can be, like when the chaos gets going, the spawns can get a little interesting at times. It's sometimes just down to who gets the read, who reads one of the wonky ones and makes the play. We'll keep an eye on the minimap as we get through this one and get ready for action here to continue on in Toronto. But who knows, maybe a chance for Seattle to make a run. Everyone was so impressed when they first made this change, came in. You started to see some of the improvements for this team as it was a rocky start, obviously, this year. Can they close it out now? Up 2-1, trying to seal the deal on Karachi. Into the fray. And with regards to the opening so far, it's Abuza just trying to maybe get an angle out of the point, but you were talking about standing, maybe needing to make plays in the objective, win some of those fights. Well, does it right there, gives him a haircut, secures some time. Early advantage right now for Rocker, and they got left side control for Diner so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what you want.
Yeah.
You get Standy onto the point, he's able to win a couple of those gunfights. Has a bunch of MCWs looking over him, and Linz Standy there with a couple of more. That's 4 to start off his first life, but it's a perfect P1 here for Minnesota Rocker.
Listen, he's got help, obviously. He's making some of the gunfights. Yeah. His team is making gunfights difficult for the opposition, but like to get 4 and all the time early, yeah, you'll take that. 34 points up, but it's Hook on the transition. The rotation across is maybe playing spoiler, but there's one more person there. Make it 2 as the spawn comes in back alley. You have a 2-on-1. 04 is just going to get caught. Nothing he can do, but you've got early pressure up through red and through mid. Going to be a battle here at Diner early.
Yeah, nice patience out of Brezzy, but he's going to have to win this final. Loses him behind the door. There is the help out of 04. So, Surge, they lose the P1, but they put some nice pressure onto the P2, but then it is 3 in the feed for Rocker, who going to be the 4th, as accuracy able to find a double.
Yeah, we don't see all the fights, but dude, I think Standy's like hip fire, mid-mantle
nice little movement there from accuracy.
Ah, guy's skating. Look at him moving.
A little bunny hop.
Oh, I would say if he just rips his head off through the stun, too, that'd just be disgusting. But what? You break if you're Surge, you break back for a second if you're Rocker, get immediately answered by Surge.
Well, the problem is Rocker get aggressive. They were trying to flip the spawns, and they did, but it was a 2-2 split, and then they lose on both ends. So, like Rocker were trying to set up sort of a P2 hold into a P3 transition. They got aggressive, but now it kind of bites them.
Yeah, so I don't know if I would call it greedy, but you try to make like the perfect play. The way to get the most points, and yeah, it might end up biting you, and that might be an example of it. But into the P3 we go. Surge inside. Brezzy, Hook are leading the way so far for the troops. As this push starts to develop, you got one lurking late up through mid. That'll be accuracy starting to get involved. The timing's going to work out great as he's able to pick up our 04. Accuracy, the last guy thought to be in, is actually able to get 2. 3 suddenly going to be down. Pressure to Abuza to shoot nukes. Staying up, finessing, dancing, popping off with Renetti as well, but the nade's going to come over the top and take him out. Did you do enough to allow the reinforcements to get here, though? That seems to be the case because 04 is there to rally. The fact that Abuza and the lone man gets 2, it's usually going to lead to something.
Well, and then you had some group spawns for one side, and then Surge spawned there, so spawns all over the place, and Surge able to break on through after Abuza finds that double. So you're able to win that rotation. Rocker then get the break, but Abuza, just with that double, buys enough time for his team to get there.
We chat about all things. Another multi-kill up for Abuza. 10-point advantage right now for Seattle. We've got a long way to go in this hardpoint, but early on, the 2 teams are fighting accuracy. He's the one sliding with the Renetti and hitting. But unfortunately, he'll be the only one there. Following it up will be the teammates for Seattle Surge as they've got Palace control. They're set up inside of the hardpoint, and Brezzy trying to close the door right now and get to double positive. 3 through, though, for Rocker as they find the kills.
Yeah, it's a little sad because you're waiting on Gunless to take this long route to get to top 3 control. 04, that won 5 in a row. He was the last player left. Gunless is able to take him down from this power spot. So the big thing here with Gunless, taking this route is you have the right side spawns for P5. So setting themselves up, and while he falls off, Hoot able to connect with the shots. He kind of loses them.
Oh yeah, I mean, if Hoot didn't kill him, his the fall and the rocks and his ankles are broken.
Maybe.
He's bleeding out. Maybe it might be the case, but no, he's gonna end up dropping as Hoot hits the shots that you said. Trying to build this towards 30-point advantage is Surge, but it's Rocker trying to bring it back inside of the hard point. Accuracy, I swear half his kills are with the Renetti, and he's the one that's needed to step it up really across all game modes. Just in general, he's had to pick it up, and right now doing it 13-9. The sauce in the movement's been there. Seems like he's playing with confidence. Can he keep it going throughout the course of this? They're sitting it on forward, though. The nade able to get an opener. They fly forward to pick up the second. Abuza, another multi now on Lins to maybe make the play, but his feet sticking out, and no 4 will make him pay.
I mean, that is frustrating for Accuracy. Just you're top 3 and you see nothing. So the call out is like, this is a front push by all 4. He tries to hit it mid-route. He gets caught, but Rocker right back into it. Not a great hold there by Surge. A chance to grow this lead. And now sort of these spawns come in where you're both spawning near that cafe fighting for this P1 control.
I mean, similar to kind of the P2, it's like a great break, but then another break, and it's just all kind of chaos where no one's actually able to get set up, and neither team, you know, really shining in Hardpoint right now, so you're going to have some of those chaotic moments, and have a tie score like this, 90 seconds off the play clock is 105 game, but in the second set of rotations, you're trying to do a better job of your Surge, because it was, what, like a 40, I don't know, 35 points up, something like that for Minnesota Rocker, but it's Lins now with 5. No crews, though, to be seen. Accuracy trying to use the movement again to fly over the top of gunfight a little too tough.
I mean, props to Seattle Surge, because again, you have a moment where the kills are there and the numbers are there for Rocker, but you're just playing the objective, forcing them to come to you. They get right back onto the hill, because you look at the score, you are getting outslayed right now by Minnesota Rocker. This is the response you wanted from the Guns of Rocker after that map 3, but it's not turning into a lead for them throughout this hard point.
Yeah, it's still close, about 5. It's still close, 30-point game, but if that trend continues throughout the course of this, we'll see which side it ends up going to. Now you're able to get a little bit of a cleaner setup at the P2. It was a bit messy last time through. I think Hoot got 2 openers, then all hell broke loose around the point. This time you're able to get set up if you are Surge. Now what can you do with this? Brezzy can't quite get away and get back to full HP. Pressure to a forward now to maybe make the play. 2. Maybe 2. Not going to quite happen. At least able to take down 1, get some damage in, maybe to set up Abuza.
Yeah, now you're just kind of hanging out. Obviously, if you're Rocker, you're trying to keep the right side of the map. Hoot, with the Renetti, hits the slides. That's 4 in a row. As Hoot the nuke is hitting, he can have moments like this.
Yeah, I think they're with full HP, and that, like, 2 kills like that with the Renetti, like he hits it. Absolutely hits it and tries to continue sitting on forward, just trying to finesse now. If the shot's maybe not there, but he's put damage into the entire roster, at least slowing that down, allowing his team to soak up time. Now we focus on the next hardpoint, but what a hold from Surge. This is a 30-point game. They basically get a full 60 here and push this lead out big time.
Yeah, I mean, it just could be this. Now, Gunless is going to die, so do you spawn out here if you are Gunless? This could be worst-case scenario, and that is it. So you get picked. You're relying on your 3 teammates to hang on so you can get there in time. Here's the pressure from Surge. They start to push on forward.
He might get in behind, though. Gunless might find an opening at least onto Hook. He is able to do that. And the one in the back gets a little more, that's got to go big, and he's able to get 2 with the assistance of a Honda Civic or something on the map. And now you try to rally here. You have 40 seconds left to go. What could have been awkward with the Gunless spawn out is so far turning into a hold. You get a kill there with Hook on the nade. Brezzy takes down another, but in the hard point, it will still be Rocker. And you're slowly bringing it back. Is Accuracy just watching everybody like slide across his POV?
Yeah, they just naded a random building. So the nade's not going to work out, and now you're just onto the time. This is not the clean hold that you wanted. You are able to break on through. That would have been a huge 20 for Seattle Surge. Instead, going to go the way of Minnesota Rocker over towards his P4, right back to Accuracy's point of view. The stun connects, but his trusty Renetti in hand.
Dude, he gets so many kills with this Renetti through the course, but at the end of that, you get to 150 if you're Rocker. So trailing by 50, control of our next hard point. Gunless will drop. We'll see where his spawn will come in. It'll be safe, and he should be able to come across, but 04. Can he be the difference? He'll lead to 1 for Abuza. Lindsay's got to go big. He gets a double. Brezzy will be there for the trade, but you still have a presence here at desk if you are Standy. just trying to stay up, get info, keep them at bay, just keep them out of the hard point. And he's continuing to do that. Finally going to push on forward. He's never got back to full.
Yeah, the problem here for Surge, though, or sorry, for Rockers, they don't have right side spawns for P5. So you have to start to earn some of this time. But with Abuza at top 3, he's going to put shots in time again. Now you have 0-4 here. You see number 4 in Brezzy already rotated, playing it safe. Abuza spawning there. So Rocker going to try to do what they can, but Hook with a double will slow things down. So you're going to have this 40-point lead. You're going to have this rotation. The game could come down to this.
Yeah, Hook just making them have to still have a presence there to get that time. Now you need a massive break. 30-point game. Here we go. You push this up through the gun. Abuza able to win the opener. Vision there, though, through for 1. Lynn's able to get through, but not get 2. It's 0-4 that has the multi-kill. And they continue to tally the time. You got, what, 45 seconds on the clock, about 35 needed now to get this victory. All the pressure in the world on Rocker, not only for the tournament, but can they just get on through and get these crucial CDL points? We get this to a map 5. So far, so good for Seattle.
I mean, yeah, who's able to slow it down? They're just staggering them. And Minnesota Rocker, they don't opt to push through the front. As 0-4 starting to go on off. This has just not been clean enough here for Rocker. They're not finding any kills. 20 seconds. Seattle Surge should still win here as 0-4 now on a 5 spree, trying to find a cruise.
You're just sprinting at it now. It's become desperation time. Everyone just running to the hard point, trying to funnel on through, but there is no hole in the setup. What a show it has been from 0-4. Just 2 more points needed. They get the tick. The series is done. The fist bumps are up in Seattle. They're able to move on through all 3 respawns.
And now pressure is on Rocker, right? Because we just talked about them. Huge CDL points there for Surge, now up to 110. Right there in the mix. So much pressure on all of these matches when it comes to champs time. But Rocker, with this team change, another top 12, and it's just not worked out. Where Seattle Surge, it feels like the young guns starting to get going as they look better and better.
Yeah, I mean, as you talk about some of the early teams, or maybe teams over the past couple months that have played well or seem to be a threat. We talk about Land, like Rocker's been able to do it. You talk about maybe a run by a Legion, like they've started to regress a little bit, and there's these teams that are just seem to be getting better and better. Who knows what we're gonna see out of LHE this weekend if they can somehow pull off another top 6. But we look through the scoreboard now, and I'll tell you what, that was a series from 0-4. I know maybe not the prettiest stats in the map 4, but he had some incredible moments, some big multi-kills in that one, despite going -4.
Yeah, and this is what you wanted out of Lens, right? He puts up 28, was leading the way, damage-wise on the map. He had some big multi-kills, but I think the moment is really that second P2. I mean, it was so clean for Surge. You then invest, a huge rotation out of Rocker, and it just doesn't pay off. I mean, that is, you go from 136 to 192. On the flip end, you only get within 50.
Well, it's great for them, and on the other side, we think of the first P2, it looks at first on paper like it should be a good setup. You've got spawn